The Justice Department has come under fire in recent years from some Republicans for its handling of various investigations, including both former President Trump and President Biden. Some Democrats have been critical as well. Today, Attorney General Merrick Garland condemned threats against the DOJ, saying that officials there will not be intimidated.
These attacks have come in the form of conspiracy theories, dangerous falsehoods, efforts to bully and intimidate career public servants by repeatedly and publicly singling them out, and threats of actual violence.
Joining us now is Scott MacFarlane, who covers justice issues in Capitol Hill. Scott, great to be with you. Walk us through what we've learned today from the Attorney General about the threats and how he wants to move ahead.
Bob, just him giving those remarks in a public setting was telling in itself. This was a set of remarks to an internal group of Department of Justice officials and employees. He could have done that in a windowless conference room upstairs, but he did it in a big auditorium with a camera and an open microphone for the world to see. He's trying to make a broader statement and put out a broader message. Not just that we are in this pernicious, volatile, and destabilized environment in which members of the Department of Justice are getting threats and menaced and harassed for doing their jobs, for prosecuting cases in this politically toxic moment, but that it really does impact families, too. It's kids and wives and husbands at home who feel this stress and, to a degree, some of this trauma due to the threatening environment. Let's hear more of what Merrick Garland had to say in this unique speech to an internal and external audience.
Our norms are a promise that we will not allow this department to be used as a political weapon. And our norms are a promise that we will not allow this nation to become a country where law enforcement is treated as an apparatus of politics.
And Bob, Merrick Garland did not mention any candidates by name, didn't mention any parties. Let's keep this apolitical, but you can hear the echoes there when he says we won't let our agency be used for political purposes, happening just days after Donald Trump posted on social media that it's time to prosecute the donors, the lawyers, those who are somehow involved in politics he doesn't like.
Scott, what are we learning at CBS News about the Justice Department and how it's assessing the threats across the country as we head toward the election?
And it's not just the Department of Justice doing this. It's state-level officials raising red flags for anybody to see, Justice Department officials and otherwise. They were here yesterday, a number of state secretaries of state, both parties, saying you got to be aware, we are getting volatile threats at the state level. County officials, county clerks, local election officials, too. And we have to be mindful of this. We have to have proper law enforcement protection. The Department of Justice will certainly be asked to prosecute those who interstate threat, those who issue threats across state lines. But this is also a chilling dynamic that could be a disincentive, Bob, for people to want to pick up and help work an election, work a poll, be a county clerk. All of this is troubling this close to an election. And so far after the 2020 election, where people thought the fever might have been broken, it has certainly not been.
Scott, turning toward Capitol Hill, you have new reporting on a contentious hearing in Congress about alleged voter fraud. What's going on that front?
Now, this is also destabilizing, not to be Debbie Downer here, Bob, but there was a group of secretaries of state, Republican and Democrats, in front of a panel, which of course has both parties too, arguing with each other over whether states are vulnerable to widespread fraud or widespread voting by undocumented immigrants. And it's a Mars and Venus thing going on here. You're speaking a different language and you're arguing at each other about something and you can't agree this close to the election. What's been defining this week on Capitol Hill, Bob, is a U.S. House Republican plan to fund the government, prevent a shutdown September 30th, but to include something called the SAVE Act, a bill that would prohibit undocumented migrants from voting in federal elections. Democrats have been unequivocal and consistent in their response, saying it's already illegal for undocumented migrants to vote in federal elections. It does not happen. And to have this debate fuels conspiracy theories, and one Michigan Democrat told me could be a disincentive for some legal, documented immigrants to go to the polls and vote themselves. And that's troubling. That complicates, to put it mildly, Bob, chances of getting this thing hashed out well before September 30th.
Scott MacFarlane, thank you.